Welcome to On the Move with Nan and Kam. And guys, we're not going to lie. We're dragging a little this Thursday.
a little tired.
Yeah, we're trying to amp each other up. I'm sure by the end of this, we'll be hyped up.
Yeah, just like the last one.
Yeah, exactly. We were tired the last time. I don't think you could tell. We are running on some low fumes post 10K week, but it was great. It was so good.
So good.
Yeah, and we hope that if you did it, you had the best time. I think that it was definitely, personally, I felt like one of the best years of 10Ks that I'd worked.
Really?
Yeah. I felt like weather was great.
So good.
Yeah.
Didn't get hazed this year.
No. Cameron got hazed. You think y'all heard last time that she was new to staff and didn't have her raincoat and it just poured on us?
Poured on me. It's fine.
She was just out there at breakdown, pouring rain.
Weather this year was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And I saw so many people I knew.
That's all. I always think that's really fun.
Yeah. So that was great.
Yeah. And people were happy. People were happy.
Yeah.
Swag looked great. Saw so many of those yellow shirts out in the park. It was amazing.
Saw those red training team shirts on race day. I saw a lot of those too.
I also just loved yesterday you reposting everybody's stories from the weekend and seeing all the medal Mondays and the medals photographs. So nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially for this race, like this is some people's like only race they'll ever do, or like the first race they'll ever do, and people are excited to show their medals and be like, look what I did. So I'm like, let me show everybody what y'all did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And even like you said, I saw a bunch of people that I knew, but then going home and like on my own Instagram feed, seeing all the people posting about it. Yeah. It just makes you feel good that you're a part of that.
Yeah. You'll see stuff like I'll see people post that and I'm like, I didn't even see them there. Like, wow, you were there. Crazy. Or like I know someone's like son who ran the 10K mini. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't see him. Like, wow. So yeah. Love it. Love great. Love organically seeing the 10K on my feed. That's not.
I feel like it was all I saw on Saturday, honestly, even on my own feed. Yeah, like tons.
I didn't scroll a lot on Saturday.
Your scroll thumb was probably broken, quite honestly. Yeah, you were knocked out. Your poor eyes were tired of looking at your phone.
Yeah, I slept from 9:30 p.m. till 10:30 a.m. straight
to be young.
Straight.
To be young and able to sleep.
And Dion Cameron, I went one more hour than me.
Dion slept for maybe 15 hours.
Yeah, that's
a graphic designer. I've told Cameron and Dion that, as you age, it doesn't matter what time you go to bed. You're waking up at your normal time. I went to bed at 11, which they couldn't believe. Went to bed around 11.
Crazy.
Woke up at 7:30, like no hope of going back to sleep. And I sent Cameron something at one of these points, and I thought to myself, I was just envious as I sent it because I was like, I know she's not seeing.
She's not. Yeah,
those eyes aren't opening.
I woke up and it was like sent 3 hours ago. I said, what the heck is she doing up 3 hours ago? What in the world?
She's vibing.
Yeah,
she's alive.
That's crazy.
She's downstairs on the couch. Three episodes of Bravo D.
Yeah, not
just
I.
living.
Not I. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna knock out. It's fine.
Yeah. So we wanted to give you all kind of a behind the scenes look at what we do on 10K day. So I feel like part of that starts with all of the prep and then working at the expo. So what'd you do at the expo?
I was assigned to I did merch actually. Yep. Thursday I did merch. And then I had like a break until the end. So I was walking around giving a lot of content so that I could post it in the morning on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, look at what the expo looks like. Everybody come see it. So I did that. And then Friday, I was scheduled to work at the Sports Factors booth. But there was like 9 other people scheduled to work at the
those volunteers and ambassadors come out hard.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like they're not getting, this is my job. I have to be
they're probably more exciting for people to talk to, quite honestly, because their passion for how much they love stuff really shows.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to let y'all, and quite frankly, I've been here for a year. They've been volunteering longer than I've worked here. So I'm like, y'all go ahead. Like I will go do the rest of my job and walk around and get some pictures and videos and engage with the sponsors and groups that we have here. So it was fun. It was really fun. What else did we do? I got some coffee at the coffee truck.
Yeah, that coffee truck was legit.
Yeah.
Real good. I also, on Thursday, I worked. I didn't have a set shift once it opened. And so I did caught up on some computer work, some emails, some stuff with media, all that good stuff, which was really nice. And all the other things we do here don't stop when we have the 10K. So I was working on our press release for the fall line groundbreaking in Hanover that happened yesterday or on Tuesday. And then I had to work, I had a merch shift. And then the next day I did a little registrations, problems, solutions.
Oh,
shift.
I did that.
I like that. I like working there.
I did that on Friday. Me too.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like,
it's chatting.
I love a task that I can like do over and over and over and over. Like most people get bored. I'm like, no. If I'm just like moving and doing stuff like.
And it still changes there enough too, because you get different problems. So it's like a little research thing at the same time.
I registered a couple of people.
Oh, nice.
At 7:10 p.m. for the race on Friday.
Whoa.
And I was like, yeah. And
they wild.
Like, hey, 2 more people signing up. Why not?
Yeah,
like,
no, I will take your registration and payment no matter how late you're showing up.
Yeah, you're there.
100%.
You drove there.
You want to do it.
We're signing you up.
Yeah. So, and then I was in merch all the way until I was in merch for 5 hours on Friday.
I love a merch shift.
Me too. It's like playing cash register when you were a kid. It's that vibe. And now we have little hand scanners.
Yeah. No.
And Allison's a great boss.
A place to be.
Yeah.
Like I love it. Love it.
We're chatting. We're yappers. So girls are yapping.
Yeah. When I was free, when I didn't have like a designated shift.
Yeah.
I was hanging out at merch a lot.
I also like being there when Dion works there a lot, and Dion designs a lot of the 10K merchandise. Like if you saw any of the sweatshirts that had the designed houses on them, or one of Cam and I's obvious personal favorites because we both bought it was the like cream off-white retro t-shirt that has Sunny, the original like Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K logo on it. And I know PSA.
Yeah, that's available for pre-order because we did like almost, I think we had like 1 or 2 left at the expo and people were looking for them. So they're available for pre-order until Monday. So
yes, get that pre-order in. We both bought it. I have disgustingly worn it twice since race day. So twice in a week. Wore it it's Saturday post-race and Sunday.
Yeah.
Or no, Monday. I saved it. I skipped today. Monday.
You skipped this clean.
Yeah. It's really cute and it's so fun. Everybody loves some retro throwback gear. So definitely get your pre-order in. But I like standing there when Dion's there and people come up and compliment because they have like no idea that what they're buying, the person who designed it, and Dion would never chime in on his own.
He never says it.
So I like to hype him up and be like, you see that man down there? He designed these.
Yeah, I do that all the time. People are like, these look so good because Dion will just be like,
he's chill.
Yeah, it does. Because he's like, I don't want them to know. And I'm like, oh yeah, he did it. And I'm like, that guy right there. I don't know if he likes it or not, but
I don't care.
I'm giving him that. I'm telling people.
He deserves to be celebrated.
Yeah.
And then I feel like people don't know. Some people don't know that after the expo, we have to break down and move out of the expo and sort. Day. Yeah, that right after, which we did at record speed. So I'm not even going to say anything about it. Wild. It was wild.
That was kind of wild.
Shout out to our ambassador, volunteer, extraordinaire training team coach, Candace. Candace Brodus is the MVP. She stayed after her volunteer shift and just like freely helped us break down everything, load it all up on the truck, and then on race day,
she ran the race and was working the 20K challenge tent with Dion and Catherine.
Yeah, we love you. You're the best.
Girl, of course you did.
Same with Juan worked like 2 shifts as well, and then I saw Juan after the like at the finish line in the park. She's the happiest.
She's the cutest picture from our pictures, like on race day of her running. I was like, what?
Oh, I downloaded it. I saw it and I downloaded it to email to her. I gotta send it to her. So yeah, we have to break down and we have to make different piles. We pack all that merch and all the stuff that you see up goes back in.
Signage comes down.
All of the bibs get packed away, all the sandbags that we use to anchor things down, all of the participant shirts and bags, and we have different piles for the office, the warehouse, and stuff to go down to the park that gets put on a truck and sent to Monroe Park that night. So we have to pack all that up, load that all in.
Get it to the office sometimes.
Yeah, I was part of a car that went to, my car gets loaded, and then I came to the office, unloaded stuff at the office, and then went home. And I was probably home by 9:30. What time did you get home?
I think I got home at 7:45.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got home 7:45 because I said I was going to be home at 7:30, and I got home a little later than that. I think.
No, you were
no. Sorry, 8:45. 8:45.
I was like, what? I was like, did you run away without asking?
Bye. No, yeah, I got home at 8:45. You're right.
Okay.
But we did, like, I feel like last year we were there till, like, close to 10.
10. Yeah, 10 is a normal thing I tell myself. So I was super impressed by,
home by 8:45.
Yeah. Or like, and I was on the way to the office by 9, which is like, and
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, then it's something that happens. It's a silly thing, but we like each other here. And I feel like this just happened. We were done. And then the girls who unloaded here, we unloaded some drinks out of the car and they were still cold. And we were all like, maybe we're going to sit on the couch and have a bubble water.
Oh, my God.
And like, not immediately racing for the door. Just like you're in that unload the truck or unload your car haze where we were like, a Sprite sounds good.
It does. Yeah, it always does.
Sit down a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we both got really cushy start times. So we didn't have to be there. We got people that have to be out there starting at 4 a.m. on race morning. And we got 6.
I got 6. And I was actually at the start of the kids' race in the tent. And I probably didn't do anything for the next hour.
That's amazing.
And I was talking to Megan Keogh and she knew I wasn't doing anything. I said, hey, I'm like here. I checked to make sure. I was like, I'm here if you need anything. And like,
hey, your presence was felt.
Holding it down. She was like, keep doing that. And then she just drove off in her golf cart. And I was like,
you were prepared.
All right. I said, I'm ready to do
catch
whatever.
up on all those social media messages I know you were getting.
Yeah.
You'd be looking at that. How many alarms and what time was your earliest alarm set for?
I only set one alarm.
Okay. I did like 2. Every day. I only set one alarm every day also, but I get scared on a race morning scenario. So I had a 5 a.m. and a 5:10. And then I woke up naturally at about 4:30. I looked at the phone and was like, it's not a great idea to go back to sleep for 30 minutes when you wake up naturally. So then I silently played on my phone, trying not to disturb Tyler, and then got out of bed.
Something is in me on race days, airport flight days.
Okay.
Anything that like I can't miss it, can't be late.
You just not sleep?
No, sometimes, but like there's no like, oh, I'm gonna sleep through my alarm. No, I'm not. I get that one alarm and I'm up. I'm like, it's go time.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I'm up, I'm like, let's go.
I generally feel like that. I think the only reason I do is I have a lot of repeating dreams about not making it to an event.
The panic.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like a worst case scenario. Of course, I say I felt really proud that I missed that I woke up and my alarm didn't go off and didn't disturb Tyler. But then my second alarm went off in the hallway because I forgot to turn that off. No, it was my Beyonce one. It was like, and it was really loud. And I was like, oh, shoot. But he didn't hear it. So we're fine.
Playing some music to get ready.
Formation. Yeah. Some hype up.
That is hilarious.
I got there a little bit earlier because I got nervous because CBS 6 told me that my first live hit, like Antoinette comes in at the finish and does a quick like live interview with me. And she was like, that's going to be at 6:04. And I was like, all right, I need to be there before 6.
Yeah.
So I got there, did a little walk through the park, went over there, met up with her, did my first my only, but live interview. And then she goes over to the start area after that and interviews some participants and other people. And then I kind of hung around, came back over, got my radio.
Yeah.
Yep. And then what else did I do? Kind of waited for our announcers to show up. I'm like the point person for Mike King, who was at the finish with me. So that was exciting, and met up with him, got him all his stuff. And then me and Lauren just kind of vibed out for the first finishers of the kids run of the Atlantic Union Bank 10K mini, and the first finishers of the 10K were it was me, Lauren, and Will that were kind of right in the finish waiting on that. Man, guys, that energy of the children crossing the finish line is
Are there
wild
still
style.
some like sprinters?
Well, did you see the first? Yeah, the first
that
kid.
First boy
I went out to be.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I went out to be the
Love
spotter of the first kid, so I could like wave to Lauren to tell her to get the little finish line tape up. And number one, that first kid was doing his arms to hype the crowd up. I love a showman. I was in. Locked into that. I was like, yeah, y'all better clap for him.
Yeah.
I think his time was 6:14.
How wild!
Can you imagine?
And then he crossed the line and was
break
tired. Off. He's just like, peace. Like,
yeah.
What the heck?
I also love the many emotions of children where it's like either they're like invested or like the companion that they ran with is looking at the child and they're like not into it. And they're like, great job. And the kid's just looking at him like, oh my God.
Why did you sign me up to
I'm
do
exhausted.
This?
But in general, I feel like there's nothing cuter than seeing how happy those kids are when they get their little medal. Oh my gosh. Did your kids have fun?
Yes, they had so much fun. I saw them. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to see them at the beginning. And I did. They walked right up to
your run club children, not your birth children.
Not my 12 personal kids. Yeah, I was in the little tent at the start of the kids race, and they're like, there she is, and I was like, hey everybody.
Except you do have proud mom vibes, because Cameron showed me all these cute pics and vids of all of her
I was
run
like,
club
look at
kids.
Luis run, look at Ashley, look at Gia. Yeah, it's like they are my kids, because I'm like, you got to see this. Like, how cute is this?
And you snagged them those granola bars at the finish.
Yeah, I got some cookies for them. But they're so excited. That Miss Jenny said that they like had their little popsicles at the end with and they stood on the like thing and took pictures. And
I also love when the kids are no one is supposed to like linger in the finish chute and wait for anybody, because obviously it's like a tripping hazard of people coming through. But there were so many kids that were waiting for their bud or their sibling, and it's just so cute.
Like, I can't. That's why I was really happy to be able to get out on the course, like, because it's only a mile, so I just had to cut through. But to be able to get out on the course and like see a few of them running, because I was like, you never know how they're gonna be. You can practice, do whatever, but like you never know how they're gonna be feeling when they're actually running. So, and I would see them and be like, look at them doing so good. Miss Joyce, my other coach, said that they all surprised her. It was like they took off as soon as the race started, and she didn't even see them anymore. She was like chasing after them, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, if I was ever a companion for a child running that, they've left me in the dust.
Yeah, in the dust.
Like, I give you that 10:30 mile.
Yeah, no, that was
not a 6:14.
They finished faster than they did at the Tacky Light Run, because the little girl and the little boy that I was like walking with at the end of the 1 miler at Tacky Light Run, they were still running like right before the finish. And I was like, look at you progressing.
So wild.
Look at them go.
What were you at the start of the kids run?
Yes. Okay. I was at the start, and then I waited for all the waves to go. I cut through and saw a little bit. I saw Harper, Ashley's daughter, fun. Harper. And I kind of distracted her because she runs with Ashley's dad. Yeah. And I was like, go, Harper, go. And she couldn't like figure out who I was saying her name. And she was like looking at me. And then Ashley was like, no, Harper, look at me. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I definitely just distracted her. My fault. But yeah. So then I walked to the start line of the 10K. Mm-hmm. And I hung out there for a long time. Like till
that's where it's hype.
I hung out there until like the third to last wave. So that was a while. Yeah. But that's because my friend, whose first race it was in that wave. And I was like, nice. I see her. Yeah. So I waited until then, got a video of her running, and then was out on the course a little bit.
I liked looking down when I was at the finish. If you look down Laurel, you can see all the way down from Laurel to Broad. And you could see people like walking, moving up to do their waves. So that was neat to still be able to see that.
Yeah. And some of the waves are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Like the first wave, obviously, not everybody can run that fast.
Yeah.
But like some of the waves, I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever.
Oh, yeah. You saw the Party Pacers live.
Loved that.
I didn't ever see them.
I saw them a couple of times. I heard music and I was like, where's that coming from? And I walked up and saw Conrad with his speaker. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, duh.
His videos, I was just like living for all of his fun recap videos yesterday. Yeah. It's like between the confetti, just like their energy was nuts. Yeah. I can imagine how your back feels after carrying that.
I talked to Brandon, mm-hmm. one of the other guys that carried the speaker. I said, Brandon, like, for real, how hard was that to do? And he was like, it was tough. The speaker weighs like 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, we traded off every 2 miles. I said, 2 miles Woo! With a 30-pound speaker on your back. And they're not they're walking, smiling really. The whole time. I know. They're running and they're smiling. And you would never know that it's 30 pounds.
No, not at all. They were like dancing like bending all around.
When I would fall over.
Me, I got a heavy lean this way while I'm running.
Like walking with my stomach out.
Same. Or I'm walking hunched. Yeah. Either one. No in between.
Their videos are so cute to see like them hyping people up. There was an adaptive athlete in a wheelchair and they were like surrounding her and like hyping her up.
Oh, I saw a video of that. Yeah.
Oh, precious. I was like, that is so cute. Yeah. Conrad was like, thank you guys for like letting us do that. I was like, no, thank you.
I also love the video of them amping up the last two ladies to cross the finish line at the end. And then I saw November Project made the November Project and We Off the Couch made the little tunnel for her to walk through.
The last two people.
And I was like, what a good feeling to be in one of the last people in a race and to still have that type of positive joy.
I was about to say, because there's like a lot of groups on the course. Like, no, this isn't saying anything like about them, but a lot of groups just end up leaving because they're like, all right, our time done is here. Right. But like, they literally stayed until the last 2 people of a 20,000 people race.
Yeah.
Came through. And like their crew will like run the race, get their medal.
It's the same energy they gave people who were first. It's not like they were just standing there
It's not
clapping.
like they're like, "Woo, good job." No, they're same energy. They'll run, come back, and then cheer everybody else on.
Yeah, it's wild.
So great and awesome.
I did at some point see you. I had to come after I do my stuff at the finish line. Then I came over and do the awards ceremony for the first finishers and bring an announcer over there to do that with Steve Taylor from the Collegiate Running Association and make sure I've got the results from the timers. When I came over to the park, then I get a little relax, a little hang out in the park, see what that's about.
See what everybody's doing.
And that's when I got to come see you and Bead Boss.
Me and Bead Boss. Bead Boss was there. Bead Boss is my mom, everybody.
Yeah. Did she like her call out on the podcast last week?
She's living for beads right now. She's high on beads. Like she was.
Well, yeah, she made some cash
on beads. I was about
to
say, for everybody who was there at the Finish Festival, she was connected to the official merchandise tent and she was selling bracelets. And as soon as I walked up, she was like, "Look, this was full before you when I first got here." And there was only 2 bracelets left on like her thing. And I was like, yeah, she's selling them.
Oh yeah. After I left or after I got back over there, I was like, oh, I'm excited to look at them. And she was all out of her 10K
She was out of the 10K stuff. Yeah. She had like the stack, like the miscellaneous beads that you can just like add. But all the 10K.
She was official. She had her sign.
Yeah. Hey, keep an eye out because I think she's going to be a River Rock. So you never know.
I love that. I was dying. Allison, I was really cracking myself up. Allison texted in the morning on me and her and Cameron's group text. And she was like, "Hey, Cameron, what's your mom's name again? What's her first name?" And Cameron was busy and didn't see it because, race day. She was like not texting. And I texted back and said, Bead. But that's Mrs. Boss to you.
Mrs. Boss. Yeah, my mom loves that.
Good.
She loves that. Beads by T.
Ooh,
shout out to her.
Love that. That's her Instagram handle. Go follow her.
Beats by T. I had to train.
We haven't checked in a minute. She had 16 after race day.
And it's I need to post. I haven't posted her stuff on her page. And she was like, well, you need to just teach me how to post so I can just get it up and post it. I was like, okay, but you're going to put it up with no caption. So it's not going to be the same.
No, I can't find her for a second.
Beads by T.
Beads by T.
Yeah. Was she? Hold on.
She deleted?
No, she better not.
Oh, no. You find her. Find her. I'll keep going.
Well, I'm like on the page.
Yeah. You're the manager, the fish. We got the social media manager here.
Shop Beads by T.
Oh, okay.
Shop Beads by T.
Okay, come on, social media manager.
Sorry, Shop Beads by T.
How many up to? 17
followers. She's got one little reel on there. So
cute one.
She's kind of going crazy.
We got 733 views on that one little reel.
Go T.
Yeah, go T. Then after that, I kind of wandered back over to the finish, just kind of did stuff that needed to be done. Then I like to try and not required by any means, but I got to send out my post-race press release. And I'm a girl that likes to be done when I'm done. So I don't want to break down and not have that bad boy sent out. That's my ideal situation. So I sent it out. We get to use the bathroom in the Altria just for staff, and they have like a couch in there. And I was dying because Ashley came with me. No, I went in there. And I hadn't like sat down really. And I went in there to go to the bathroom. And then I was like, I'm going to sit on this couch and finish up my press release. Because I have the results. I've put those in there. Share. And Ashley and I just sat in there so long that I think 6 other staff people cycled in at one point. And they kept being like, what are you guys doing in here? Because it looked like we were just chilling on the couch. But I was writing the press release. Then Ashley reviewed. Then I sent it out. And then after that, we all had breakdown, man. How'd your breakdown go?
Breakdown was great. I was with Ashley. It went great. Like, I feel like everybody at the end of the expo and the end of the race are just tired. Nobody's playing around. Like, we want to go.
No, but I do always think we're tired, but it's also like the type of tired in some ways that makes like the teamwork is efficient.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, everybody wants to leave. There's no moseying around.
No.
Shout out Jackie and Noelle. They were plowing through everything that needed to be done. Like, they were breaking stuff down so quick.
I would also like to shout out the athlete team that we had out there. I don't know if it was football or wrestling or what, but they straight up tore down all of our barricade basically and helped us catch the finish structure, which is like, that stuff is hard. We have a small staff. It's a lot of barricade and a lot of big structures, and it makes a huge difference because then we can go clean up other stuff. We were out of there kind of in some good timing too.
We were, yeah.
By like 2:33,
which is Also earlier than last year.
Yes. Now the second half, that was the first half staff. We got to shout out our big shout out to our ops crew and our events crew who can drive all the trucks, and they had to do a lot more logistical stuff, and they didn't get to be done until a little bit closer to a little after 4. Because we have to return and do all of our rental trucks and ferry everybody back and forth. So, but it was a great day.
Another shout out, because like I like to be done when I'm done too. Normally I'll work the day after an event, and this time I was like, I'm not doing that.
Good for you.
I'm gonna take my second day off. And
I didn't even notice that you didn't, because there was still so much content.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
See, you never.
I know.
It's
hard. It's also hard to turn it off, because I know like you were passionate about it because you like it, and I used to have that issue too. Yeah, well, and it's fun to look through, and then like you get hype on liking everybody's stuff, and then all of a sudden you look at your phone and you're like, cool, I was on this for an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, and it's like me working, but also like, you need to chill. Just
see, you need to refill,
get that 13 hours of sleep.
That's right.
Yeah. Shout out Miles Brown, Milo Vid, for making our recap video.
Yeah.
Getting it back to us in a few hours of after literally leaving the race. He gets it back to us so that I'm able to post it the day of the race, of the event, and after, and being like, here's our recap video. I don't have to make my own video, because he's done it.
It was amazing how fast it was done.
And it was so good.
Yeah. Same with Parkwood. Shout out to Parkwood. Their video looks so good.
I'm putting theirs up tomorrow.
Okay, nice. Theirs is on our YouTube page, but it was same thing. I think they both just like have been partners of ours for a while now and know how to capture, like, if you were there and you watch that, you're going to be like, that's exactly what it was like.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what, like, a lot of people are like, where's the pictures? And I'm like, our stuff is really professional. Like, it looks, if it's going to look that good, you got to wait a little bit. But Miles, you don't got to wait. So, done.
No. Also, important PSA, the sale is still on for next year's, for the 2025 Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K presented by Kroger, which will be, how long does that sale last?
It closes on
29th.
Tuesday. Yes.
Yeah.
So by Monday night.
Okay. Monday night by 11:59. Get yourself that lowest price ever. It's going to feel good.
Come on. Yeah. You know you want to be there. Might as well just get it now. And then I see a lot of people being like, I don't know what's going to be happening in April next year. You can always defer.
Yeah. And does it matter when it costs that little? Yeah. Like, this is the lowest it's going to be.
$35.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do it now. By next year, you're going to get an email from us. You're going to be shocked. You'll be like, oh, I forgot I registered for that. Yeah. You know, your future self will thank you.
Your future self is going to be like, thanks for this free race.
Yeah.
Because you paid so long ago.
All right. We got some behind the scenes related this or that's for each other today. You want me to go first, or are you doing one?
You can go first.
Okay. This was one from Dion. Do you prefer expo breakdown or race breakdown?
Race day breakdown, because it's outside. It's warm.
Yeah.
It's warmer. It was showering.
This year it was warmer.
This year it was great. Last year was awful. But I don't know. At the end of, because the expo ends at nighttime, and I'm actually like really tired by then.
I think also my mind in that, when I'm with you, is like so involved in that it's not over yet, and like what are all the things I have to do, like when I get home, on like a list of things that I want to, and running through what's happening tomorrow, waking up thinking about that,
lay out all my stuff that I'm gonna wear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when the 10K, I'm fine, because I'm like, it was good done. It was successful. People are happy. Ooh. Major responsibilities are out of the way. I'll stay out here and load up.
Yeah.
I'll stay bananas for you. It's fine.
Why not? Yeah. Okay. Finish line.
Mm-hmm.
Are you more excited to see that kid finisher, first finisher, or the adult first finisher come across?
The kid.
Yeah.
That's bad. But I feel like the adults are good. I mean, like, if you're an adult, like,
good.
Yeah, the guy, Jordan Bandura, that won the, I did think it was cool. He's from UR and Deep Run. So he's a local guy. And, I mean, it's amazing to me that people can run that fast. I think his finish time was 30 something. Like, they're all right in that.
Like,
yeah,
it's
wild. Like, his 5K was 15 minutes something, and like that's wild. I am like on a real good day, like a 9:45 mile person, but that's like if I'm feeling like I'm an Olympian. So I don't know, like that's not normally. We're closer to like 10:30, 10:45. So to see that's inspiring, but I just like the kids. Like, this means so much to them, and they really take it so seriously. And to see them do that heavy sprint,
number one.
Yeah, and like kids, I think it's ingrained. Like, winning or like being fast is so important still in that like cute way. Definitely
it's like you can win, like as an adult, you can win the whole 10K, which is like still a really big accomplishment. But then in your mind, like afterward, you're like, yeah, but there's still people who are Olympians. There's still people who are running like whatever faster than me. As a kid,
you put expectations on as an adult too. I feel like where like that, I mean, he probably knew.
I have a goal time that I want to.
Kids
are just fast. Like I just beat everybody else.
Yeah,
like eat my dust. I just won.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, this one, we love all the people that be asking questions, but who do you prefer on 10K? We do. There are people. Do you like your Facebook people or your Instagram people more? You're getting questions on all fronts.
Yeah, I like my Instagram people.
Is that just also because you like Instagram better?
No.
Okay.
The age range on Facebook is older, so a lot of the
times, we're not going to be ageist.
Hey, well, no, this is why I'm saying
it's my generation on Facebook.
And a lot of no, it's not. I'm not talking about. But there's like people who are like 80 on Facebook that do our races, and like they don't like a lot of the times the questions that they have are questions that have already been answered.
Yeah,
they just don't scroll back and look. And a lot of times on Instagram, people will be like, oh, here it is. Or they know, let me go look at the link in their bio or at their story and it'll be there.
I also think sometimes it's like, sometimes people are angrier on Facebook.
And that's what I was going to say. I had somebody be like,
I don't know why.
Help me! Exclamation, exclamation. I was like, oh my God.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm trying here. Please. So I don't know.
They said please.
Yeah. I'm with my Instagram question askers. Second one for you is because we're out there all day every day.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling that Jimmy John's lunch or that Joe's-in lunch?
Joe's-in. Okay. Feeling that Joe's-in. Yeah. I feel the Joe's-in because like what a treat. And I was even so Joe's-in always on a tradition for both marathon and 10K is that on the Thursday before the expo, it is Thursday, but before the expo of the expo. I go pick up. I'm the designated pickup girl. I go pick up our Joe's-in, and it's like pans of spaghetti, baked. They're good baked spaghetti, a giant Greek salad that is swimming in feta.
Yeah,
and feta, olives, and pepperoncinis. Which, like, if you're salty, that's wonderful. So I just want all that salt, and then some of that nice warm bread. And even this year, because Thursday was really hot, I was like, am I going to be into this hot pasta? And I was like, hot bread. And then I think I ate 3 pieces of bread, like a total garbage disposal.
And I was like, how are you? How? Because Kristen's like this big. She's so skinny. And I was like, how did you just eat all that food?
But you start and you're just like, this is such a treat. And I was loving it. I ate a lot of pepperoncinis out of the Papa John's boxes this time as well. Really? Yeah, Molly was like, we can't be rude and just go collect them all, even though we want them.
I tried a radish. And I tried a blackberry.
All right, which one did you like better?
The blackberry.
Or that? A blackberry.
This or that. The blackberry.
Did you not like a radish?
No.
Did you think earthy or peppery?
Oh, you were there, right?
Yeah. I didn't hear you. I didn't see you taste
carrot. The first bite, I was like, oh, it doesn't taste anything. Second bite, I was like, this tastes like a carrot. Carrots taste like dirt, and I hate carrots. So I was like, no.
Carrots are like my favorite handheld vegetable.
Really?
Yes. I can eat a lot of carrots. A baby carrot? That does not taste gross.
That's dirt.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Just like
your
dirt.
Taste buds are jacked. Think about Dion's carrot souffle.
I didn't have it.
This year.
No.
Yes, okay. You will. This one is also making me laugh because I thought I said pork instead of park. And I was like, what was I asking her about pork? This or that is. You were in both. I feel like you were vibing both. What do you think was your like race day vibe more, the course or the park?
This year was the park.
I mean, the park was fun.
You know why I gotta say it? B-Boss is there. B-Boss is there. And
you're wheeling and dealing.
When you're with your mom, it's just like, I'm chilling. Like, what the heck? Like, I'm with my mom.
That's fun. It's fun that at work you could be with your mom.
Yeah. Like, what? Who else does that? Nobody. So that's I'm like,
she's so cute.
Big chilling in the park right now. But it was like, there was so many people. And it's always insane to me that I can, like, meet up with people when there's that many. Like,
I ran into like 3 people that I didn't mean to run into in the park who
When
like
there's-
grabbed me and were like, hey. Yeah.
When there's so many people out there, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
My brother was at the finish line. I never saw him, but like randomly Tyler saw him on the course when he was running.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
No, also, side note, Cameron also saw a man capture a squirrel in the park, and that's wild.
I don't know if he captured it there or if he just had it, but he was putting it on people's shoulders. So, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Squirrel Man.
It's wild. The park was great. There was something else I thought about the park, but I can't say anything after Squirrel Man, so we might have to end it on that note.
I was about to say, my last this or that wouldn't be a this or that really, but it would be like any costumes that you saw out there that you appreciated that weren't on our actual dress up and run list.
I really loved the man that dressed up as the postal man and was dancing with the grannies because the commitment to run in those boots the whole way too. Yeah. Those Timberland boots, it was wild. Yeah. Also, like those were short jean shorts, and as a girl who can't be running in short shorts, like that's how are his thighs? Can we get an update? Are you okay, sir?
Are you okay?
And the grannies were loving it, so I would say that was a really good one. I'm trying to think. I know I saw some other ones.
The Krispy Kreme guys.
I didn't see them.
It was a group of 3 guys, and they had like crop tops on, and they all had a box of donuts, and they were handing the donuts out to other people while they were running.
Okay.
And I was like,
that's great.
I love this.
Love an on-course donut.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great. There's a lot of good ones that I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for making it so fun for us for the day of, because it was just from costumes to spirit groups. Yeah. It's just that joy. You're tired. You're running on fumes, and then you get out there, and I think it always reminds me of like, wow, what we work for is really cool. This is a great, like, what a great reward to get to see at the end of doing this. Yeah. And then you just get all renewed and want to do it again.
Yeah. And you're always down. Like I had somebody be like, I wish we could do this like twice a year. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's really, you got to hype another event up. Like we can do it. Yeah. Just get on out.
Marathon's got the same vibe, but bring that 10K energy to the 8K or the half marathon or half marathon training team. Yeah.
Come on.
We need you.
We can do it, Richard.
That's right.
That's right. You got it.
Well, thanks, y'all. We can't wait to see you next Thursday. Yeah. Don't forget, early bird sale until the 29th, and go pre-order your vintage retro shirt.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.